Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple XRP and the overall market. But first and foremost, I just want to ask, are you guys skeptical or happy about Bitcoin basically being back to 50K? I understand it's a little bit lower right now. We actually can come over here and refresh this, but we are sitting at about 49.4K. Now, a lot of people were skeptical about it. I even said, I would be expecting a little bit of a pullback here, nothing too crazy. But I did see a lot of people getting concerned, yes, because we were at make it or break it levels, but we were also at major correction levels where we could see a sell off down to about, roughly about 46K, maybe even lower. It's hard to say, but, a lot of these people that are saying, prices down to 13,000 Bitcoin or something like that, I don't know. Or not 13,000. Basically, people saying like it went up by 13,000 in terms of whale holdings and stuff like that. And I did see this even going back to the original dump in May. A lot of people were saying that we could see down to like 18 to 21K, 23K. It was always a possibility, but I think that like all that kind of stuff is kind of already invalidated now that we hit the 50K mark. It's very important. We're basically riding the overall resistance levels here, but it's nothing too concerning in my mind. I don't know. I just have been saying that in terms of 51K, yeah, that's where we could see a little bit of a sell-off point. I don't think it will be too crazy realistically, but just overall from what I possibly could be seeing happening is a topping out a little bit around 52K. I think that's some major resistance levels, and then we'll retest and then go much higher the second time around. So with that being said, I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about regulation. So obviously regulations are coming into this space. It's no joke. It's happening. We already know that. We also see some FUD playing into the market with Chinese province, pretty much cutting off Bitcoin miners from hydropower stations. I think that's funny to see because there's a lot of Bitcoin FUD now as we do range higher. Always, known to happen as we do move forward. I don't think it's nothing too crazy to really look at. I don't know. I think the whole Chinese FUD stuff is funny to me. I don't know. Every single time that we move significantly on Bitcoin, we see something like that come out, or even something like this. Like this is, something that would scare a lot of people. I think that these 18 bills are not, too concerning in my sense. I actually think that I welcome regulations. Like know your customer and stuff is very good for the long-term health of this market. And if you guys are in this market, you should understand that as well. Like we even see this tweet here saying forced KYC, which is know your customer, is good for the space in the long term. Personally, happy to see it. It's part of the global adoption, 100%, right? I think that's the main concern when we even look at these crypto exchanges and why they get scrutinized by like the SEC and government officials and stuff like that. It's because they want to know who is making a ton of money, right? I get it. Nobody wants to pay taxes. Taxes suck, but it's the idea that when we look at these exchanges, when we look at crypto overall, if we want to be taken serious, we need regulations. It doesn't take away the idea of decentralization or anything like that. We are still decentralized. It's just the idea that we need to also pay taxes on this stuff, and it needs to get regulated to the point where we don't have assets like, for example, I don't know, SafeMoon, Dogecoin, stuff like that coming out. Dogecoin's just kind of a joke. It's always been a thing in this market, and I do think that at some point in time we will get to the point where it's a legitimate coin. But like we have like Elon Doge and stuff that comes out, and it's just like it's all pump and dump. So obviously this is very good to see. Now we also see that we have 100 and almost 5 million XRP being transferred, which is great to see. I personally think that I honestly think when we look at this stuff, like this isn't crazy to see. Like this could be buy, sell, whatever the case may be in terms of orders. But I am very, very happy to see a lot more accumulating happening for XRP. I already talked about it. We have just been sitting still here, so it means that there's no real sell-offs, no real buys or anything like that right now until Bitcoin does move significantly. So I'm still very bullish on XRP, still very bullish on the crypto market, and very bullish in terms of regulations and all that kind of stuff. So I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about the SEC versus Ripple as well. We did see that the Ripple filed their response to the SEC's opposition to defendant's motion to compel the production of internal agency documents. So we do see here in this article, now this is the only thing that I really kind of wanted to speak on, was the idea of Mr. Hinman's personal views as to XRP's status are dubious. And this is bullish, very, very bullish, because that means that, when we talk about these personal views and personal opinions, we need a little bit of some guidance on this, because there's no way that they could be talking about this and that's it. We even see here, SEC has a lot of dirty secrets it wants to keep hidden in the hope that the court will judge in favor of Ripple quickly so they don't have to show them. If they do, Ethereum / Bitcoin / Clayton Hinman are screwed. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, even when we look into this, like even going back to the whole Hinman, Clayton sort of stuff, like all that stuff is pure corruption. I've talked about it multiple times on this channel as well. I think that this is very good to see. I think that we are almost getting to the closing candle on this overall SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, and I think it's only a matter of time. Now we also see here XRP on the verge of a 30% price move. Now, I know that that is not a significant price move, but it is still nice to see. Now we do see here that XRP token has endured a 10-day long consolidation period without providing any clear signals of where it is heading next. That's what I've been saying, right? We've been consolidating here for a fairly long time. We can actually see if this is accurate in terms of a 10-day span. So it's actually been about 9 days. Tomorrow will be 10. Realistically speaking, we'll go off of this candle, so it's actually technically 8 days. But that is very bullish, because consolidations lead to something like this, where we do have that major breakout next. I think that this next candle, like I said, could be that 52% of an increase in price. They're saying 30%. That's totally fine as well. But we do see here only a 4-hour candlestick close above 126 or below 118 will determine the direction of its trend. I actually think that candlestick close above $1.30 is more accurate, and a close below $1.15 is more accurate. But we do see that the parabolic stop and reverse points have turned bullish, indicating that a breakout is underway. And I do think that it is primed for some volatility in terms of price action. I think it's only a matter of time before we get some major moves on XRP towards $1.65. And I've been saying, $2 is very possible by the end of the month into September. So we got to really watch those dates very closely, as we do see even more dates in regards to what is basically going to be happening very soon by the end of the month. And that is here, right? We do see here that the fact discovery deadline is August 31st, and the court is likely to stay busy up until the end of the month, as both parties seem to be withholding relevant documents from one another. And we do see that the fact discovery is going to end on August 31st, sorry. And then the expert discovery deadline is October 31st. And we do see here that whether the court will hold a telephone conference to discuss the discovery disputes regarding the deliberative process privilege and Slack communications. These are the pending decisions, by the way. The motion to intervene, the SEC's motion to strike Ripple's lack of due process and fair notice affirmative defense, the individual defendants' motions to dismiss the SEC's first amended complaint. So we do have a lot of things to kind of look forward to in terms of XRP versus the SEC. I'm very excited for the end of the month. Now, this is obviously going back to August 13th, but I wanted to just give you guys those little bits of pieces to look forward to seeing. I'm very excited for the future. So with that being said, I do want to talk to you guys about the IMF. We got the IMF update today. So actually $650 billion were allocated, and they actually went into effect today. Now, the best part about this, and the thing that I really want to talk to you guys about, is the overall idea of liquidity. This SDR allocation will provide additional liquidity to the global economic system, supplementing countries' foreign exchange reserves and reducing their reliance on more expensive domestic and external debt. I just want to say, we do not need this. I think that they should look into XRP 100% to help with liquidity crises and problems. XRP could solve a lot of these problems. This could be a big game changer if we can grasp the SDRs and stuff like that. That would be huge. Now we do see here SDRs are being distributed to countries in proportion to the quota shares in the IMF. This means about 275 billion is going to emerging and developing countries, of which low-income countries will receive about 21 billion, equivalent to as much as 6% of the GDP in some cases. They are precious resource, and decision on how best to use them rests with our member countries. Now, this could be really good for the overall reserves market. I think that this could provide a lot of value in terms of stocks as well. So I think that we could see a little bit of a rally in terms of the reserves and stuff like that. But we also see Bitcoin climbs past 50K as PayPal expands their overall crypto services. Now, this is great to see because this also provides a lot of value for us long term as well. For an example, and an announcement that PayPal will allow UK users to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies this week is going to be huge. We also see that Bitcoin's highest price since the middle of May. A lot of things are happening, guys. In the first time, the digital payments giant will open up crypto services to non-US customers, as we do push more in terms of adoption. So when we talk about PayPal and Venmo, they will both be accepting cryptocurrency payments and stuff like that. So this could provide a lot of value for PayPal and also just for crypto as well. So this is actually very good. And we also see this, that Iran to lift Bitcoin mining ban in September. Guys, I've been telling you guys that September month is so huge for crypto. I honestly think that by then, XRP will be at nearly all-time highs. And I do think that Bitcoin, when we look at this market, is going to be up significantly, as we did just fall a little bit in terms of just one literally 1 point of the market cap, but we're still up 4.11. Things are still looking good. Overall, everything looks stable, everything looks good, and I do think when we look at all these updates unfolding, I think that September is going to be a massive month for crypto. And I also think when we look at the overall idea of crypto, I think that long term, even during this bull run, it's going to be an absolute party for a lot of us people who are holding XRP, holding cryptocurrencies, and have not sold into the FUD at all. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As you guys already know, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.